Okay, so if you open your map and look to the south, around the area of Laporte, we have a encircled area with a question mark in it. A few hours ago, our cybersecurity buddies managed to track down the general location of two listening posts in the hands of Boko Haram and were able to disable them remotely. Right now, we expect Boko are trying to repair those facilities and change out their equipment so they don't get hacked again. So we want you to go in and take out both of these facilities. They're most likely going to be in construction buildings, and to differentiate them, they're going to be running some pretty high-end equipment. Small satellite dishes, some laptops, a data terminal or two, and some other computer hardware, which, again, if they're construction buildings, they should be able to be seen by a drone in the air. The enemy composition is Boko Haram, but they've also been changing out their gear because they own Laporte. Some of them might be in civilian clothing. So I would treat any...
Some of them or all of them?
All of them.
Okay.
Good point. So consider anyone that is armed to be hostile. They are expected to have a few pieces of armor, possibly a tank or two. But otherwise, this is the early morning, so we're not expecting that many infantry. But the longer you stay in the AO, the more that might show up from the other side of Laporte or any other parts of Malden. So you just need to get there, blow up these two structures, and then RTB. Any questions?
Nope.
Cool. Alright, so I've been on the server for about an hour, basically prepping custom areas, ambient animations, and completely remaking custom compositions to make sure everything is in a working order, and I'm actually pretty excited for this one. So, if we were to look at the AO, let me quickly actually jump over, make sure everyone's added to the Zeus interface here. Let's see, let's get a good range going. Let's do about 20. Get all the units down. We've got about 10 people, so 2 fire teams and some sort of Overwatch or sniper or recon team. Oh, look at that. Shit, didn't mean to move you. But we've got our first comm station, which they are doing repairs on their satellite dish right now. And then their laptop and equipment is over here. This guy's kind of waiting patiently for this guy to finish up on the satellite dish, which was not physically damaged, but its, software was damaged, so they've just been replacing the equipment. I don't know why the hell these guys are moving from these areas, but basically, geez, dude, don't kick the damn dish, but they're trying to repair various pieces and change out the hardware because the software attacks were pretty bad. And then this guy, he's just listening in.
All right.
But these are our 2 buildings.
One over there, one over there, one there, one there.
I'm going to do this now so people don't make fun of me. We're set to 30 to listen to their short range frequency. But otherwise, got a fairly well-sized AO. Some things to look out for here.
All right.
And hello to everyone in the chat. If it's 3 a.m. for you, I'm glad you're able to make it. But we've got one of our little custom composition boats, some snipers in various different locations. You can see them off by their own. They're more so for scouting purposes and Overwatch that I'm going to use as light harassment rather than anything else. I've got a freaking BTR fortified with some sandbags back here. I've got time frozen, which I'm going to now, since we're already given the briefing, they're going to get organized. We're going to set time back to its regular coefficient. It's supposed to be in the morning. Otherwise, some other pieces of armor we've got ready in the field. And one of my favorite parts about this op is I am using the armed civilians from African militia only. So they look real similar to these guys. I'm going to move him slightly so he doesn't get shot. But, you know, they're really going to have to PID based on weapons alone because everything else just looks way too similar. So that's what we're kind of testing today, is their ability to PID and minimize civilian casualties because, you know, not everyone is an enemy combatant within laws of war. So, we also have a mortar truck. I've also verified that it is movable because I made it fresh. So he's... Come on, buddy, don't do that to me. Thank you. And one of my little specialties I've decided to make is... Where is that puppy? I haven't used these in a while, but fully fortified for the gunner's sake. Cord trucks. And these are pretty dastardly. You gotta aim on the upper area, make sure the turret doesn't go into the side, otherwise the guy starts clipping to sandbags. But like this, that's always fun. So hopefully we'll see that employed. We also got a T-34 back here, meant to be light infantry suppression, something to spook them, but the 2 frontal machine guns can always inflict a massive amount of damage if we're not careful. But otherwise, we're just waiting on them. So I'm actually going to go into my audio settings here real quick. I don't know why it keeps turning down my goddamn effects volume, but put that back up. Hear a little bit of the wind in our ears, and let's darken the skies a bit. So
we have 9 people.
Let's go to weather. I don't like using advanced weather change. Let's set it to overcast and you know, make it a little darker if we can. Let's get a howling wind. That we will have to go into the advanced weather changer, but so long as you don't fuck with the rain or the fog, then it's okay, but everything else seems to, you know, want to be annoying. We'll have it come from the southwest. Nice little gust coming in from the ocean. I wish I could do gusts in here, but you can only do that in Eden Editor. So we'll set that up. That should be okay. Otherwise, as Drum said, they've got 9 people. So 2 4-man teams and 1 guy on recon, but then again, they always use the battle buddy system. Okay, these guys are really pissing me off because they are not staying on the satellite dishes. I don't know why this is becoming an issue now, but whatever. But otherwise, it'll be a 4-man team and a 5-man team, with 1 team having some sort of triplet. So anyway, guys, hope you guys are all doing okay. Have a sip of my drink there, and we're just waiting for them to get underway. Yeah, 3/4 of an armored car with the sandbags, I hear ya. An MBG, a main battle goat. See, I would love to stick a goat on the top, but I'd get yelled at for it. Goat firing squad. I have been thinking of doing an op where I make goats movable and arm them. And to do that, you'd have to set up an actual enemy infantry model on the goat, but he's invisible, so, you know, have a goat with a gun, and it looks like the goats are the ones running around and shooting people, but that would take a little bit of scripting as well. So we might do it, we might not. I am not entirely sure yet. You know, right here is actually, this is a spot I was looking for earlier, but this is a really good spot to put like a little hidden static. The NSV. The uncompensated cord. It doesn't have that little thing at the end. Yeah, an actual goat op. That's for another time. Right now, I'm just kind of enjoying myself here. With the 506. Yeah, Ben, you can, it's the same concept with those goat vehicles. You have an actual texture, like a quad bike or something, and then you just angle it properly so it looks like the guy that's in the quad bike is actually riding the goat. It's just, setting stuff as invisible, and which means their texture doesn't load, but everything else is still there, and just then positioning it properly, which can be done, but it's just all tedious work.
I only see a 4-man team and a 3-man team. Who else are we waiting on?
8. Wise, Elmonson's being the medic, Soto and Tosco are playing engineers, so I'm assuming they're going to be the ones bringing the demo. So they're re-kitting some guys out with AT4s. They also have Aldridge with the SMA. He loves to blow up my damn Vix. But otherwise, the longer they stay within this AO, when stuff over here starts getting depleted, I will start bringing stuff by land and sea in the form of additional squads. And so I can prep for that right now. I'm going to grab a squad. This will be my debug squad, as I like to call it, where it's just a group of units together. But it's basically all the civilian models spawn together to form a single squad, except for the driver, because you don't really need that. And then I'll just, quickly copy and then set around. There's their squad net, over 30.
First of all, you guys need to join my group.
Loster's rejoining. So there will be that 10-man team that I was talking about earlier. Otherwise, we're just trying to get into the works of this here. Does their mod set have the Bloodlust memes? No, they don't use Bloodlust. Bloodlust is very unforgiving. But, some squads like it. I liked it because of its realistic dependencies, and it, gave air assets more room to recon. But when you're doing a one-life op, I would probably not recommend Bloodlust, because, you're going to get fucked up pretty hard. Otherwise, my sniper spotter team is just a machine gunner and a sniper. That's not how you're supposed to do it, but I want to be able to suppress and snipe from these locations. So I'll be doing a lot of suppressive fire from the Ace command, as well as from the mortar up here. I will be actively trying to move this away from them if they go to capture it, in one form or the other. Attach goats to seagulls. Is that even doable? I mean, because seagulls themselves aren't individual entities unless you add a mod to do it. Because if you, let's say, put some goats down for testing, all of these will individually be units, but seagulls are just based on symbol. So, yeah, like the best you could do is just attach the symbol to a goat, and that would follow it around. So, would that even work? Yeah, so that would just... Oh, that would constantly make the seagull spawn back on the symbol because it's constantly moving. Alright, well, that's a bad idea. It's because every time that marker repositions, the goats end up repositioning with the marker. Usually it's not doing that to the goats, but I guess for the seagulls it does. Yeah, literally those guys will get counter-strikes in, yeah, probably less than a minute, unless I have them really far out and well hidden. Replace the Zeus seagull with a flying goat. How would you even tackle that issue? The guys are already shitting on each other, and we haven't even started in first contact.
You're also retarded.
Otherwise, I looked at this through the map, but honestly, I don't want to risk the damn crash. But otherwise, good amount of squads. I've got some off-roads around. Enough stuff to, generate first contact around here with this massive kill zone I've established with that sniper spotter team. Squad here for QRF, and we'll just be responding either way. And I haven't seen anyone deploy a damn UAV yet, so... I wouldn't recommend going in blind because they have to specifically find these structures. They're going to be in here a lot longer if they don't. Because the exact zone. Fuck.
Why don't they come out with a fucking DLC that focuses like 90% on the UAV and the UAV still flies the fucking circle?
Alright, so they do have a fucking... This is going to be fun. I'm going to have to find this thing without using my map to see the frickin' laser pointer. Alright, let's just start going nuts here, see what I can find. Here, just do that. That should give me the frickin' UAV. Allegedly. Vehicles? Units? Only units? And it still doesn't... Oh, for the love of God.
Let us get 3 of the SOV or SOF or whatever the fuck those retarded vehicles are called with no guns.
SOF.
Sound good?
Yeah, let me find them. These things, right? Okay, I'm assuming yes.
I don't know what things he's talking about. I don't see anything. Nope.
Those things?
You're fucking hilarious.
Thank you.
The prowlers or whatever.
The prowlers, okay, okay. I typed SO and that's what
we
came
can go on
up.
golf carts. Fine.
Oh, for the love of God.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
There, good enough. Alright, that should be him.
Yeah, those.
He said SO,
Yeah, that's it.
VSO.
These are the fucking onset of Skynet.
Alright, let's still find this damn thing. This might take me a second.
Gather up.
Because I gotta find this puppy. Most likely somewhere by a damn mountain. He did say retarded vehicles, so... I tried my best. Here, just frickin'...
Hold on, I'm gonna wait till the UAV gets in position.
So it's somewhere between over here and over there. Pointing it a click up.
It's actually moving. You just have to put it at fucking 50-meter altitude to get it to move.
There she is.
And then put it at what altitude you want it at once it gets to where it's going.
That's literally finding a needle in a damn haystack. I rely on that damn symbol. Though it is flying relatively low. I haven't really stacked that much over here. But, yeah, if it stays outbound like that, I'm probably not going to spot it. These guys have a 90% spotting coefficient. Yeah, I can see some light flickering right there of it, but other than that. Reset global, 90, 90, 35, 50. See, now she's climbing altitude. Now, how has dumbass McGee still managed to move, like...
Watch the map, markers are going up.
Just please, stay with the damn thing to make it look somewhat realistic, please. Otherwise, now he's climbing altitude, he's going to start marking things. At that angle, it might be a bit difficult to see the one in the back, but this one hopefully should be spotted. If I was given this and told there were 2 areas where within this place that I had to blow up, my eyes would fall to this compound, here, 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 around here, and around here. The one back here doesn't really catch my eye map-wise, but I also told them they're construction sites, so from that perspective, that should greatly narrow down the search. But we'll just have to see. Otherwise, hope everyone's doing alright. We'll get these guys in the AO ASAP, but again, reminder, evil thing I've done. All the civilians are African American.
Let's give him a warm
All the enemies are African American. And they're not wearing anything but civilian clothes. So, the only way to PID is by guns. and we have quite the amount of civilians in the AO. Though, admittedly, I've tried to keep them away from the, militarized areas, but there still are some within this area that are surrendered, and then there's some in the in-between space within the objective itself.
Objectives are the two markers I've got down right now at 0518 and 0519. They're listening posts that were disabled by friendly cyber warfare team. They're getting them back up and running. The problem is, our mission is to go in and disable them permanently. Problem is, this is a Boko Haram owned town. The entire town is full of their guys. The bigger problem is they are not in uniform because it's their town, so they are all dressed like civilians. The bigger problem is there are civilians in the town. So the only way to differentiate civilians from the bad guys is whether they have a gun or not. So you see someone with a gun, you shoot them. The listening posts are identifiable by the satellites on the rooftops and the 18 dishcom guns surrounding the fucking buildings at each one. There's a tank. It looks like a light armored, maybe a T-34 from fucking World War II at that southern post.
Damn, good eyes.
There looks like a BDRM at the northern one. It might be a BTR. I can only barely see its front end from the UAV. There's probably more pieces of armor in there as well.
Yeah, I might be able to see that. You can't see the 113 I have hidden away. Also got this puppy up here. I'm surprised, too, because these things should be cold right now, so thermals won't be picking them up. So he's just doing that all by visual.
Simultaneously, so we're going to have to go in, clear one out, and then move our asses to the next one. The only thing that we could possibly do is go in via SDV, but we're not going to do that.
Yeah, they could, but that would take way too much time. But a two attacks.
Technical, is that a fucking mortar truck? God damn it. Mortar truck on that 521 marker.
He hasn't banned them yet like helicopters, so they're still fair game.
Fucking everywhere, littered throughout the town. Like marking it all up would be pointless. I'm just gonna mark whatever pieces of armor I see and gun trucks.
Don't worry, Billy, I'm coming. And the rock has eaten yet another victim. I mean, who doesn't love hearing Drum's reactions to shit like that?
They do have a gunboat at the dock.
See, but I always have to keep changing up my antics here, and that's what this new update here is a nice little variation of a gun truck. I haven't done this since I didn't opt for the 63rd, but I've also made sure she is mobile too, so if I were to put the gas, yep. More mortar wars like last week? I doubt it because there's only one mortar and I'm only going to be using it defensively if they're out in the field. Because the issue is, this is Boko Haram controlled territory. I'm not going to mortar my own structures unless I'm absolutely sure that there is no one in this compound and that all these guys are dead. So if they stay in here and they garrison it for more than like 10 minutes, I will start dropping ranging shots. But otherwise, mortar policy I usually keep the same within my urban ops is I only mortar if I need to. And I am absolutely sure I need to, because
trying to find a good place for us to go in.
You don't want to blow up your own damn house.
There's no way we're getting to either one of these objectives without a fight.
That's a good point, and I will be perfectly honest. There isn't really a good way to go into this one because I have way too many units spared out here.
Boko Haram, and that would dictate this is a hostile town at that point. Is our general ROE still that we can engage by any means necessary to defend ourselves or others?
Yeah, pretty much.
Roger.
So
I'm not seeing very many unarmed civilians. These guys are running around in fucking board shorts and flip-flops with AKs.
the thing is, I do have a lot
They're
of
on rooftops.
civilians down here. It's just a lot of them are inside.
They're in the docks, both dock complexes on either side of the town. They're just absolutely everywhere.
Well, this one I only have like a 50 set up.
Single guys walking around patrolling the streets.
Just send that one up. But I will be honest, this is actually less infantry than I generally
Boko Harem in
use.
general has been known to use guerrilla-type tactics, so I suggest if we deem anyone a threat, we engage them whether they are armed or not.
It's fine with me. I'm just doing a real thorough scan, trying to make sure there's no other pieces of armor or mortar positions that I missed.
I don't think they
Before we
noticed
step
this
off.
puppy, but that's fine. She'll be mobile. I will also be honest, I am running out of places in Maladin to put ops down. I still got a few more, but in a few weeks I'm going to probably ask for a new map.
I only see 2 pieces of armor, but reports... The report said tanks, plural, and I only see 1 tank. But it's, like I said, it's a World War II era tank.
Oh, the little T-34s and shit, they can hide those in 2-car garages.
It's not a matter of also what's in
Alright.
the AO, it's what I can bring from neighboring areas, but I don't have spawn down right now
We got 2
because
options.
frames.
We can go...
So what I am thinking is,
this
you know, spawn stuff over here and
hilltop
send
right
it in.
here.
But
Or
again,
we can go
it depends
to
on
this
how
compound
much
right
they
here.
linger in the AO.
If we go to that hilltop, there's a squad-sized patrol there. Then we can fight to this compound, and then straight into this compound, which is one of the 2 objective compounds.
I would think that would be the better idea. I mean, the building up north gives us solid cover, but that hilltop gives us defilade to drop behind. should we
Yeah,
need to
upgrade
place
the
an
mortar
impact.
trucks to BM-21s.
Also gives us pretty damn good eyes on
Ah, we always
Arma
adapt.
and
We
to
always
the south
adapt.
there.
Wait, I've got an
It
idea.
puts if the Overwatch team wants to stay up there, it puts you at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 800 meters from everything on the left side of the Mount Mountain slope.
Gonna be right on the outer edge of SAW effective range.
Well, they got a.
It's only
have a
as a
long gun,
transport.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you actually hit shit with it?
I'm gonna do a test with her.
Costco.
Say again? Can I hit things with this? Fuck yeah.
Alright. I'll leave you guys up there. Once we get up there, we're gonna have to clear it out because there is an enemy group up there. In those hills. All the armor is marked on Blue Force, all 2 pieces. Excuse me, no it's not even.
So that's that group that's set by the mark, and then I'd have to send these guys to, like... We'll have them go up and join this guy. Let's see if that works.
Alright,
And then
both
for this
pieces of armor are
objective,
marked.
it would
All the
be
gun trucks
seek and
I saw
destroy.
are marked. I could drop infantry marked,
Let's see if
but
that works.
Literally almost every single building and street has a guy with a rifle on it.
Yeah, I've heard Battle
Check the
Bohemia
real quick.
is adding a new patch that'll fix that map
Awesome.
crashing glitch, because I would love that to be fixed. But if this works, and I can automate that, civilian choppers bringing in enemy units to an AO in a hostile town, this is gonna be a mindfuck here on what's hostile and what's not, so they're gonna have to really trust their eyes and their teammates' reports. Because, again, we don't really do any
Got a
debriefs here, but
two-man
people are
sniper
gonna
team.
watch this back.
Let me see if I can figure out where that is.
Oh, did you spot my poor little two guys? Let's see if this works.
Can you not get a range on the UAV?
Yeah, so he's pinning that group right
I
there.
know.
That's distracting him from this. My little experiment. See, I can't... It's difficult to make units from the civilian faction and other factions board the same chopper at once. It's possible, but the amount of micromanagement you have to do for each faction is an absolute pain. It's not worth it at that point. So, let's see...
Do you have a visual on those?
Yes.
Figure out which section of rocks they're in.
I'll make them priority number 1 before we start getting shelled by mortars.
Okay, so... Basically, the co-pilot seat, which one of these guys are in,
But I'm not
is,
sure.
I can't make people get out from that. So what I will
It's not the
do
main
is,
slope.
I'm going to have these guys
Far
land
down
over
slope, I
here,
think that's it.
and I'm going to quickly reset that, but that is how we'll basically be able to... Oh, I can redeploy sniper teams! I can deploy sniper
pretty sure that's where they're at.
teams! Oh!
Unless- I can't read a fucking map.
Oh, that's evil. Yeah, Poopy's already on it. Yep, he's matching me in chat. Use it for sniper teams. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's one way to do it. If this was a quote-unquote Liru op, I'd use it to bring in, like, armor and shit, but realistically, a little bird will not be able to frickin' lift a tank, so...
How far is that from our dismount position? It's about 800 meters. You should be able to take them out.
Yeah.
Okay, it's about 1,100 meters.
So
You
we'll
think you
call
can take
this
a couple of
Sniper
1,100 meter
Hill.
shots?
That'd be pushing it, but yeah, I could probably get him.
Put some guys on this hill.
Alright, we'll sprint to that dismount position. But there's nothing else. There's guys.
Hell yeah.
The that I see is down on about right here.
Yeah, AT, LMG teams, basically anything I need to field in, so long as I have this chopper, will be doable, so...
They're currently moving south, not east. They're just patrolling the downside of that slope. Actually, they're moving up slope to the, so they're moving west. But we should be able to deal with them and then take position up on that hilltop. Problem is we can't sit up there too long because not only are we going to get mortared, by the way, you need to, that mortar truck, if you can see it, actually needs to be your priority. And then those snipers.
The mortar truck looks like it's inside the compound, so that'll be able to see it with all the walls and buildings.
Might
Can we
be able to
possibly
see
drop
it.
a Moz on top of it?
We'll have to see. It's at a T intersection, but I don't know if we're going to be able to see it from that hilltop. We could probably get an angle on it somewhere up there.
So that's
Let's assume
not a
that's the
sentry,
only
that's a
one.
stupid sniper team. Alright, let me think. We're gonna have to make some custom template shit here, but... Can militia, men... Let's make a few little
bring our own
combos
mortar.
here.
I can do that.
I can't carry it.
Sniper with a Lee Enfield. We can have
You know,
the
we're bringing
machine
the trucks,
gunner.
Let's go ahead and bring our own fucking mortar.
They're gonna bring their own mortar.
Mortar in the back of one of the trucks.
Nice.
We'll get there, we'll dismount, we'll fucking blow up that mortar truck and maybe that sniper team.
I'll grab the.
I'm gonna
machine.
frickin'...
You wanna grab
I'm gonna
the-
use my
Just
little
fucking reiterate
thing
to
to
you
find
guys,
them
we got
then, and then
civilians
drop
in the
some
area,
guys
but those
down.
Civilians are not our top fucking priority. Those
So-
happy fucking half-tards are dumb enough to not seek cover when this shit starts kicking off. It's their own goddamn problem. They're sitting in an enemy-held town. They're well aware of what could happen, so it's on them to get the fuck out the way.
Ooh, that's cold. I love it.
You won't be overdoing it.
And I'm
If at any
thinking
point you feel yourself
RPG.
or other friendlies are fucking threatened, you do what needs to be done to eliminate that threat.
We don't really have an
Alright,
RPG
let's load up that
assistant.
mortar and fucking get out of here. Tired of looking at this UAV.
I'd say we use a bomber as a support. That should make sense.
Go ahead and load up.
So these will be like our 3 little squads we use.
I don't know. I gotta figure that out.
Now, what should we deploy first? Should we have a sniper team on standby? Should we have a machine gun team on standby? Yeah, I hope the UN's not listening. Or should we have a rocket team on standby? I'll leave it up to chat to decide.
Radio check 30 over.
Because
Roger, over.
since my first priority will probably be to find that mortar position, what would be the best thing to use to take out a mortar position? Snipers? Got 1 vote for snipers. Rockets. What's the op mission? Just use frickin' exclamation point mission. I'll give you a good brief. But hit that compound, blow it up with charges. Hit this compound, blow it up with charges. And we're basically playing with some new rules of engagement here. I'm not allowed to use any enemy choppers to take them down. So some bits going for snipers. Sniper rockets. Good God. With scripts, that's possible, but I don't have access to the scripting for these mission files, so I can't make anything too insane. Ramirez quote 10ing me. It's not a helicopter, it's just a really small, pathetic little bird. Yeah,
Say again, Roger on 30, over.
that's my strategy here. We use the, We deploy the snipers towards the end. We start with RPGs, and then machine gunners we put, like, midsection. Now, I do want to say this, though. I want to have a second chopper here. Let's say they've got 2 choppers on standby. And I'm going to do this on 2 different positions here, so it's going to come from 2 different locations.
That's Vic, Oscar Mike.
So then the other one is going to be, like, back here. Make sure that's fully done. And then we've got our 3 debug teams right there ready to go. So I've got 2 choppers that will be bringing in stuff, and I'll be doing a lot of micromanagement here. Jester's triggered. He doesn't even know it. Oh, you should have heard his reaction. If you guys joined in late, you should have heard his damn reaction when he saw this mortar truck over comms. He did it over local comms, and just, I heard the biggest sigh. It's freaking great. So I'm thinking, let's do a machine gunner group, and then on the other side, we'll do an RPG group. That's a little, there we go. And then from there, we'll be able to, you know, micromanage our units, and then have these guys waypoint back and forth. So looking at what they're deploying here, they're taking 3 prowlers. All 3 I've put down. One of them should have a mortar loaded.
Left turn.
And I've got no reason to move that mortar truck. It's just chilling, so it's going to be an easy kill. But hey, honestly, that'll just make me prioritize micromanaging my inserts, quote-unquote, for ambushing them. I hate deep butterflies. That's a one-time thing, and when I put them down after curving the pressure, I only put it in an area where I don't think it's going to be used, but it's still a threat to mess with the player base. Yeah, NSD, you're right, dropping snipers via chopper, but the whole point is you drop the snipers, like, back here, away from where they could be shot, and then you have them redeploy either over here, come over here, and you just have them clicking, you know, on their unit layout. Set them to stealth or careless, have them go prone, and then move them in. Okay, not a good start. They fucked the wheel. So the other 2 Vics are going to stay behind. I'm going to teleport myself up. Zeus, and hide myself. And I do have teams up on my other monitor. That way, if any ping me about DCing or whatnot, I can bring them back in, and we'll go from there. Otherwise, they're going to repair the wheel with the spare that comes with every Vic. Some of them are going to need to bandage themselves because crashing generally injures your butt. But otherwise, I don't see any AO plan here, but they're about right here between La Trinité and Dordan. So I assume they're going to come down, possibly deploy on the coast and push in, or try to use these forests to push in as well. Honestly, I would do this up in a manner of, if I had a mortar to use, I would have the mortar be deployed probably somewhere like back here. I'd have my infantry come up on the coast. I would know that through recon, you know, there'd be shit all around here, but there's places you could cut through the town and try to get around, but this is a much more risky insert trying to cut through here, because if you get spotted, your contact's going to be broken still relatively far from the AO. You're not going to be even in the actual AO itself. So another approach you could do is use these forests, get up to this compound, and start skirmishing with these guys, but then use these tree lines to push in as well. And I do have a squad right here that's prepped for ambush capability if need be. Otherwise, we'll see how the 506 do it today. So they're taking a right. So I think they're actually going to go mountainside. So I will put myself right here. We might struggle to hear their comms when they get close because the mountain is going to interfere. But yeah, they're going to basically go up this road, drop right here, and start doing things. So, we'll see how this all goes.
Last Vic taking a left.
I'm not going to send any civ cars down. One of the things I should have done is I should have added some roaming civilians, but it didn't occur to me at the time, so I still have things I could work on, but
where is the dismount point?
I can't think of everything.
It's where the line meets the circle.
Solid copy. Seems you out.
I'm not sure if they're going to off-road it and actually drive up the mountain, which honestly I would, because it would give you some extra distance, and maybe drop down right here. Frack, thank you for the sub, buddy. $9.99. I appreciate that, my man. I'm trying to pull some money together because if you don't know this, First Sergeant Brewer is running a... God, I lost the term. He's running a raffle, and there's multiple prizes to win. 1080, a crosshair headset, some other cool stuff.
That patrol is on the north side of the fucking dismount point now, the northeast. They may see us as we're coming in, they may not.
I don't know which patrol he's referring to, possibly this one. But yeah, if you just go to his channel and give him at least $1, you're entered to win. And all that money that he's raising right now just goes to the fundraiser. And again, if it's successful, I'm going to do one as well. And honestly, that's awesome that we can, you know, give back to the players. Then, other news, I'm going to do a little bit of restructuring on how I stream. I've reevaluated a few personal things, and
off comms one mic.
You know, it's whether or not you want to do this for money or you want to do this because you enjoy doing it. And I've just kind of done some soul searching. I'm going to change it back to what I had originally and just cut my financial dependency for streaming. So instead of seeing that rent box, you'll probably see something else for like a raffle of something for the donation stuff. And I'll just focus more on giving back because... Yeah, you don't stream the same way if you're financially stable. You tend to pander less to the players' enjoyment.
Going a bit off course to stay in defilade.
And you know, instead you try to go... That was a misfire. But...
Team 2, we got an ND.
Yeah, I heard that. But, you know, it's just all about keeping it fun for the players, and that's honestly the most enjoyable thing you can have as a Zeus, in my opinion. Some people tell you otherwise, but, you know. Shit happens. I wouldn't know a difference between the 1060 or the 1080. I use a 1070, so I've never benchmarked either the 1060 or 80, but the 1080, it's basically like a slightly better 1070 from what I've heard. But on some games it has a much bigger improvement, on others, not so much. If I were to be frank, Arma is more of a CPU intense game, so changing the graphics card won't really help because like for mid to high-end computers, it's like you can set the graphics to ultra and it won't really affect frames. What really affects frames is your view distance, and that, you know, combined with your CPU. But, you know, just me speaking at this point. Civilians are under curfew. So I'm going to port myself again. Since they're coming around, I'm going to put myself right here. Zeus, okay. And they're basically coming up to, I believe this is a squad they were talking about on its northernmost point, so the dismount point's like right here. Which I believe the sniper... Yeah, I've got eyes up and down this place. So anything that goes up that road, if I don't think it's friendly, I will start shooting at and start radioing in that things are going to happen.
Do not have eyes over in this area with the UAV, so be on the lookout.
And then me speaking about the difference of the 1070 and 80, that's not my personal opinion, that's just what I've heard from people that have used both the 1070 and 80, but then again, you know, it's not just your graphics card for high-end games, it's also your CPU and a few other factors, so... My advice is don't try it until you've tried it yourself for computer parts, but... They're literally choosing these little gaps, going through little gaps on the road. Brewer tried. But the tree won, and then was run over.
Alright, that squad patrol is on the other side of Defilade from where we're going now.
Yeah, so Jester is basically watching these guys, but they're going to come up right here and start to be in visual range. So they can get a bit closer, but I would then wait for them to go back around, because once they get back down here, they should be, you know, have more time to move in if that's what they want to do. Otherwise, it looks like they're going to dismount in here, perhaps? Yep, so Soto's slowing down, takes a right. Oh, no, they're still going. Alright. Scratch that. Yeah, I was about to say, they could move in a bit closer, like get behind this mountain, they should be fine.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we?
I'm tempted to have that chopper go over their heads, but it's not a civilian, and if it were to spot this, they'd radio in, so nothing cinematic like that. Otherwise, that squad's coming back up, though. Again, anything past that hill they won't be able to see. How's the sniper doing?
Get up on the downslope where those rocks are at, and then stop.
You see a bit of whispers, but honestly... because you can see him kind of moving on that hill, but they're trying to stay in defilade. This guy's not getting alerted. That's the line where I say, depends. Now, if this was my player base and they had, like, you know, instead of 9 or 10 guys, they had, like, 20 or 30, then I'd start firing on them, because, you know, the balance would be different.
Get that mortar set up, see if you can get eyes out on that sniper team.
Team 2 copies.
Here, I'm going to get a small team.
Team 3 push west or east up to the ridgeline. Try to stay in the rocks and don't skyline yourselves.
See, is that the group in? No, that's the group in. Alright, so these guys, we're going to have land. Set them to Transport unload.
There is an enemy squad on the east slope of this hill.
Those guys gonna come in.
2 copies.
Oh, what the hell? Come on, no, you were just working fine.
There you go, boo-boo. Okay.
What's wrong with your engine?
You might want to grab your backpack.
Alright, what the hell are you guys doing?
Got eyes on that sniper team. They are 0-0-0 from our position.
Alright, so basically before you set in the additional squad, you have to give this puppy a movement order. So from there, then you can set it, and then waypoint him to come back and land.
Send it. We can drop HE on those snipers instead of sniping them.
That's how you gotta do it. Again, it's annoyingly complicated, but it'll work. What I could also do is I could have them grouped with the chopper in the beginning, and then ungroup them when they land, and that would also work. So that's different ways that you can do it. If that mark is
accurate, we'll drop 3 times HE, spread around a little bit, we can probably hit him.
That's Tosco, he's looking right through me. Walking up next to me, trying to get eyes on that sniper team. Otherwise, they're just moving around. That chopper's not going to spot anything. It's just going to, you know, bring in just a 2-man team, drop it by the base, and they're going to get the hell out of here.
Find them. Like, if I can get good eyes on them, I'll fucking...
You can hear us local chat.
I got eyes on them.
Alright, just found them. That chopper is about to fly by, too. If we were to look at Tosk, yep, see? He's looking right at him. You can hear that chopper, too. I think it's going to go through his binocs. Ah, right over. Right over.
Actually, this team 2, we got eyes on a helicopter hovering over the town. Break.
Can I get a direction on that helicopter again?
It's right over that compound.
It is 040 of team 2 currently. Also, be advised, snipers are marked on blue 40550 at grid 070043.
Yep, so they're still just chilling.
I know you like them grids, but I got you a blue 4.
You confirm that marker is accurate?
That's a solid copy. It is very accurate.
Boop! That 2-man team gets out.
Mortar first. I don't care as much
Yes!
about the snipers as I care about that fucking mortar noob.
Good plan. We're gonna hit the mortar truck first. After that mortar truck, we're gonna hit the fucking snipers. Split one each, solid mine.
Ain't that just perfect?
I already got ranged in and marked on blue 4.
I'm not sure if they realize that, though. That helicopter doesn't see you guys. It's not concerned. They're just bringing in some additional units. I'm just showing off what I could potentially do. Alright. Yeah, just an ordinary civilian chopper. Nothing to see here. And now we've got an additional RPG in the AO to utilize. Another thing about this hill, looks like the first sergeant, he has his machine gun. I think that's the vanilla 249 saw from the Syndicate, but can't be 100% certain. He's just getting eyes on for what we have right here.
On the northern side.
2 snipers on the docks, that that Dishko within the boat, and then just this small team, well, it's actually a squad-sized element just moving around.
If you can hit that T intersection where that mortar marker is.
Who are they having doing the mortar? Soto.
This is team 2. I got eyes on that mortar truck. It is marked on blue 40552. We're gonna drop 3 times HE on that, then switch to the sniper to drop 3 times HE on that.
Alright, let's see what you got.
Just tell me when to send it.
He's just waiting. So I'm going to disable my mortar. It's in an urban area, so we might have a few civilian casualties, which means I will switch some of these players over to Green 4.
Splash over.
Then they're going to go for my snipers. Now, I will say the first casualty is actually thanks to Mr. Rock here. He ate 2 of my infantry. You can still see one of their legs trying to, you know, get out, but it was already too late, so... Right now, the current MVP is the Boulder. Otherwise, I think these guys are still outside of Defilade here. They're not going to be able to see these guys.
I know where the truck is, and I can't see it. So, unless there's a second truck, that's what I'm worried about.
He thinks I'm going to put a second mortar truck down. I didn't consider it, but I might now.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Strum's view. So he's looking right at where we have that sniper. He's taking his binocs back. But alright, so the truck should be right there, based on my little highlighted markers. Yeah, I can't see it from his position either, so... There's a tree in the way.
On a BTR northeast, bearing 076, 900 meters out.
Yeah, he just pointed.
Formation, over.
But yeah, that tree is basically blocking the view. Tosco could probably see it with his rifleman scope right there. It's...
Get your Moss gunner over my position.
Are they going to try to Moz gun it? Or are they going to use its spotting scope? See Tosco. Yeah, so he... You don't see like the accurate position of where he's pointing his gun, but I can assume with that MOS scope, he can see it. So yeah, we can hear their conversation. They're trying to get it, eyes on. They just need to adjust it, get on a different hill.
Copy that, they're on their way. Do you still have eyes on that squad that was to our northeast?
They're being very ballsy here. If that squad was right here as these guys are moving up.
Down slope, where we can't see him over. Disregard. They are back towards our position, straight north of our position, over.
But it's these 2 trees that are basically blocking the view. But if they were to move a little to the left right here, they'd have much better eyes, but...
Only have about 20 Sierra to engage these guys before they go back into Defilade. Don't worry about it yet.
Yeah, they're talking about that squad.
Just waiting for the go-ahead from the boss man.
It's there. I think he's just trying to guide his Moss gunner now, who's Aldridge, I believe, to get a shot. Yep, here's Aldridge. I knew it.
Alright, get those mortar rounds ready.
Because the Moz is going to be the backup, the fallback option in case the mortar is somehow ineffective on that mortar truck. Because you better frickin' believe those mortars miss. I'm going to try to pull this guy.
Alright, get those mortars out. Focus on that mortar truck first.
What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull him in here.
Open up on this squad right here. Copy that.
This team 2 sending out mortars.
So if for whatever reason it's not accurate, I will put it in here and initiate repairs on her. Now, what I do like about the M whatever, about why...
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
See that BTR from where we are? Pop it off when the mortar rounds go out.
So I'm just listening in, but this thing is really
BTR
quiet.
There's a BTR on the fucking hilltop.
I think it just... Yep, so
Up there.
that thing is quiet as hell. Yeah.
This team 2, fire mission on mortar truck and fire mission on snipers are completed.
I'm done.
Yep, okay, well...
Engage whatever you want to. Mortar truck is down, one of the BTRs is down.
What's the deal with our snipers, buddy?
Okay, AI. Guys out. Dishka boat starting to engage.
This team 2, be advised, snipers are KIA.
Good shit.
Say again, what's KIA?
Snipers, hostile snipers are fucking dead.
That guy.
Engaged by a gunboat southeast 118.
Gunboat starting to open fire. Now we start the bottleneck.
Please engage all fucking hostiles you see.
Gunners down.
We got a BTR break.
Alright, I need to start sending my reinforcements
Team
here.
2, we got eyes on
Why
a
didn't you
BTR
land, you
bearing
frickin' moron?
033 to our northeast, coming in across the bridge line now.
Fucking land.
Tosco, can you give me a range?
033.
You are horrible.
Range, dude.
1 second. Yeah, I know.
Are you landing?
Range is 642 in closing.
That's no good. I can't hit that. Whoa.
There we
You
go.
just shoot that fucking...
Oh, he hit the power line.
I whiffed it.
Missed the first shot, going for re-attack.
Back on the two. Back on the two. Back on the two.
On the way.
Get this guy to unload transport.
Tosco, ready.
And come back and frickin' land this time.
Saturate that.
But I'm gonna try to drop a machine gun team behind them.
Roger, 0600. Coming out.
Discard last. Make it a creep garage from 600.
So something, they say a BTR is following the power line here.
We're waiting on Team 3 to take out the BTR that's moving on us.
This is Team 2, got eyes on the BTR, we're sending out some mortars to see if we can't tag it with the creeping garage.
So I'm gonna send in pretty much everything I have.
This is 3, be advised, we're having a tough time hitting that BTR. We're worried about hitting the power lines over.
Hearing some artillery.
Roger.
They are really getting in on her, otherwise...
We're re-attacking.
Hit the power lines again! Those are some sturdy goddamn power lines.
810, 810, BTR.
Buddy, come on. Suppress them for me. Wise, we're gonna have this team get on. Oh shit, Aldridge, he's running up. I think they're gonna try to get a Moz shot on her. Come on, get him out, get him out. Oh, you. Really? Really? We made this work last time.
Alright, I'm gonna put him right down the middle. We got plenty of rounds. You wanna hit him hard?
Status on getting that BTR down is just sitting there.
Frickin'
We cannot re-attack due to
stupid.
the power lines. We're gonna have to have 2 hit it with mortars over.
Frickin'
Just sit there and
potato.
get some fucking mortars on it if you're gonna hit it with mortars.
Be advised, this is Team 2, we're sending out 2 times mortars time now on that BTR.
What do you mean it's full? Oh, it's because they've got the frickin' other squad in. Frickin' potatoes. I swear to God. Frickin' stupid, silly potatoes.
It's ET on the splash.
This team 2 splash, 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 and that's a hit.
Good splash. You have a technical with a gun northeast of that BTR coming down.
So
the
they
road
hit
right
her,
now.
but didn't really do anything. Technical's coming to outflank. They're shooting with machine guns. Alright, let's frickin' fix you since you have a bunch of idiot cowards with you. No, you're gonna land.
On the way.
Land. God, the AI are being
How'd the rounds
retarded.
do?
I'm fucking dead on. but that thing is still moving.
Yeah, I get a feeling it's just gonna keep being an asshole.
Hold down on the truck.
Technical is down, over.
Alright, we're gonna have to send the more armored thing.
Be advised that BTR is not catastrophic after those mortar hits. Is moving to us time now.
You have fuel, right? What is your problem?
Copy that. Engaging.
Oh, for the love of God. Go! Effing retards. Alright, so my cord decided to glitch itself the fuck out. Lovely. Can you fix yourself, since I don't even know how you got stuck back here? Gonna have to drive them in manually. I feel like all my AI are somehow set to hold fire for whatever stupid reason. I'm not hearing that many shots going off.
So,
Even though their spotting mechanic is set to 90, but then again with iron sights. Alright, you. Please show me that your frickin' older brother is just being retarded and you're able to drop a two-man team down. Right? You can land and dismount people?
We got enemies pretty close to our northeast. 3 copies. We'll move to watch that down slow.
And then you pick back up and you drive away? Yes, that's how you do it. Good God. Alright, so basically, I guess you just can't group these idiots together. Alright. Let's try that again. Drop another two-man team behind them.
So are you nearby?
Unload transports.
I'm right here. What do you need?
Move back.
On that BTR.
Land.
I still see it sitting there,
Got a building.
looking at us. This is 3. We're taking a shot.
And then you are my 2 pirates. Go up here.
You got a little bump on the head, man.
Seek and destroy.
That was concerning.
And then you guys...
We got a building.
Fucking BTR is still up.
038. I see guys in.
What's the range on the BTR from here?
Okay, so I'm gonna have this group try to run out.
Reach for that, bro.
Got it.
For you guys, it's gonna be a little over 400.
Oh, what the just fucking teleported.
We got
What just
hostile
teleported?
050
Let's,
down
let's
slow.
give him a warm welcome, shall we? I have no idea.
Got one. Tosca, we just gonna sit here with our thumbs up our asses, or we gonna push these fuckers?
We are currently just third element.
Trying to have them run.
You gotta be shitting me.
No, but maybe we can wait for the boss man to do something.
Just gotta hit on her.
The longer we sit here, the more we're gonna get our asses chewed.
It's true, but I'm happy we did take out that mortar truck real quick.
Oh, there's worse things I can do than mortars.
BTR's hit, cooking off now.
Alright, that BTR just went.
Sending that two-man team up to be surgical.
Yeah, I see it.
And they're gonna report in saying, hey, they got their vehicles back here too. Aldridge is coming to check back again. He has no idea.
Chopper's not armed, so we don't really have to worry too much about it.
Go.
Oh, that's where you're on.
Said I'll just shoot it down.
Eyes on a,
It's an
Those are
ID.
civilians. Stop shooting at some fucking civilians that are running up the road towards the BTR. Negative. Those are armed. To the northwest of that BTR. Over.
Well, that guy wasn't.
Talking about northwest. I'm talking about whoever's lighting up those civilians running up towards where the BTR is.
I'm just trying to get them out of this damn AO, but they're being retarded. So here we'll have them run that way. Here we'll also ungarrison this group.
Okay, from could be an M113.
Have them run that way.
Looks like an M113.
eyes on what looks to be a M113 at the compound with
053
the
in the
blue
compound.
roof
You see that fucking tank?
buildings as
Keep
well
track.
as the electrical fucking containers.
Seek and destroy. Here's where the fun begins.
Eyes on.
Auto rifleman coming from behind. Starts opening fire. Down to one. Ironically, it gets Aldridge, who was checking the back.
We're getting attacked from behind.
Give him another.
This is 3, copy.
Soto, I need you to wake up now.
They already dropped him, but I'm gonna set up another one.
We had somebody back here.
Soto, I need you to wake up now.
Let's do machine gunner, and let's do another PKM. Let's send him again.
Do not make me talk so bad to you.
Probably that little bird.
That was the little bird.
Team 3, keep watching the fucking town. We don't need all 3 teams turning around to engage this shit behind us.
Alright.
Actual, this is Team 2. Got eyes on that, armor. Can we engage with mortars?
I'll be able to destroy a tank with a fucking mortar.
These are advanced mortars. That is an old tank. Who knows?
If you are gonna leave this mortar tube behind, put a brick of C4 on it.
Do you want us to send out some HE on the objectives to soften them up before we move on them?
Oh, why are you glitched out now, dude?
At this point, why not?
Ah, for the love of God. Here, just...
You heard it? Make it like 5 times HE on Little Bird? There's a Little Bird?
Alright, as soon as this fire mission goes out, we need to start. We need to get off this fucking hillside.
I don't hear it, so
Ricky,
for
obvious.
now, just fucking, I got eyes on if there's fucking compounds, make it 4 times HE on both of them. And
That's why, because it's selecting the other
That
squad.
tank on the south side of town is still still up. Let me know when those rounds are gonna splash.
I can't find the other 2 that are in it.
ET on splash for that.
This is Team 2 splashing.
Otherwise, they're firing at the other little bird. So I think they're starting to figure it out.
Let's give him a warm welcome.
That's Tosco covering the
This is
6.
Team 2, be advised, Little Bird just dropped off about a fire team's worth of hostiles to our west.
Oh, they're now bombing the shit out of this compound. But none of them landed directly on it. Otherwise, I do have trucks and other things to send, so I will be sending in some enemy stuff now. Try to match them from behind.
Little Bird 3 off.
So have it pull up right there
Start
and
moving.
then unload.
Yeah, you
What's the
got
status on that fire team that got dropped off behind us?
They're still moving and at large.
They're having rubber band
Engage
issues.
them,
I'm gonna drop C4 on it, and then we're
dismantle
gonna
the fucking mortar, and let's move.
Margarita, did you bring that?
I've seen more stuff on here.
We're
Do not
gonna
leave
take
the mortar up there for them to take. Either destroy it, just destroy it. Just fucking destroy it.
I mean, yeah, I'm starting to delete stuff, but I've seen a lot more shit. Like, the last week we had even more players, we had a lot more stuff dead at
17-3, start
once,
pushing,
but...
towards that compound. 045, 045.
I don't think the rubber banding server side, I think it's network side.
Ollie, where you guys at?
Because I haven't noticed my frames drop at all, and when that happens, that's when we start to see the rubber banding issues.
We're moving your time now.
So, I'm not sure if that's on my end or the network's end.
Yeah, it's dropping off troops. If you guys get a shot on that little bird,
It's gonna fly over them.
guys get a shot on that little bird. Go ahead and take it.
This is Team 2, solid copy. Also be advised, Semtex.
But I'll also be honest, I haven't really seen any rubber banding issues either. I mean, we're looking at them right now. They just demolished their mortar, I believe, but I haven't been seeing anyone bounce back and forth, so hard for me to tell. Then again, they've been on a hill for most of the op, but generally you can see it because the marker moves back and forth very quickly, and you can usually detect that. But yeah, maybe it's on their client, otherwise I've got no idea. So that chopper's just glitched out again for the fucking whatever amount of time, but yeah, I'll start deleting like everything unnecessary. And these idiots managed to crash their Vic and kill themselves. Lovely. I can't even trust you guys to do that properly, but everything that is now non-essential is gone. But yeah, that's I didn't mean for stuff to rubber band either, but I didn't see it. And I am limited to the bias of my perspective, so otherwise I'll keep deleting stuff as they come, but otherwise, you know, just what I got. So I'm going to land a sniper team behind them. Or not behind them, but I'm going to put them up on this hill. Do a transport unload. Have you come back and land. I think it's the issue is if I set this, it selects all those units, whereas you gotta select the chopper individually, then have it come in. Otherwise, these two guys I will have come up right here, and I will then proceed to do what I can with them. But yeah, if someone can just tell me if they're still rubber banding, I will start deleting more stuff, like, in the town. I'll start taking out civilians, but I haven't been seeing anything. So I honestly think it's something network side. Like, that was just an Arma glitch, where if they do that on rocks, it looks like they're floating on them, but I haven't really seen much.
Reset. Dude, do you want to move fast?
This is 2, copy last, move it up.
The only thing I can think of is server spawn distance, so I'll delete what stuff I have in the debug zone. Heck, I'll even, you know, delete that stuff over there, and I'll have the chopper go back, and I'll stop using it, but I really can't think of what else would be causing it, because on my perspective, they're perfectly fine. So I genuinely have no idea. So let me just go into my individual mode. I'll be invisible, but I'll run up behind them. See if, like, player perspective-wise, I'll see them rubber banding. Otherwise, I mean, frames seem fine.
Just Team 2, we're set.
Brewer's massively pissed at me for, like,
User disconnected from your channel.
I will be honest, I am trying to figure this out, but I don't know. I'm going to try to look at them to see, you know, maybe I need to get on the infantry perspective to do this, but otherwise... Screw me, I can't even find them. But it's right now because they're bounding up to the first objective area, but... It's hard for me to solve an issue if I can't even see what's going on.
Be advised, guys, on some flashy gizmo gadget bearing 065.
Gotta wait till they start
Guys
moving.
up on that fucking downslope at 100.
Roger, scan.
I don't see it.
I got no eyes on anyone from the east.
Drop one.
Drop the other one.
I've done testing with ambient animations, and right now there is no animation going on the server. I'll go jump over to them, but
The middle of that circle.
I do not see
Alright,
it.
to go ahead and bound up.
Your
East
weapons
about
jam.
070 to the
There.
initial objective compound.
But I mean, we had some really bad rubber banding on PvP ops last Thursday,
Copy.
but I just don't see it.
Again on your last.
And all my ambient animations would have stopped by now, because everywhere there's been contact taken, and heck, they're dead.
We're continuing our bound.
So,
Over.
yeah, I don't know. They're moving fine on my perspective, both on the ground and in Zeus. I'm gonna drive this tank up to him to mess with him, but I genuinely didn't see anything wrong, so I guess we'll have a small talk about it, but...
Team 3 up to the east into the initial objective compound and start clearing it out.
This is Team 2, copy your last.
If it was server side, we'd all be able to see it. And I don't see it, so it has to be something client side with them. I know we all always have run the same mod set for the past, like, 6 weeks, so it's not something with the mod set. I have no idea. It has to be client side, then, by that definition. It's the new command system? It's not. Trust me, if stuff like that were to cause lag, then it wouldn't even be a feature. What I'm basically doing is that search and destroy stuff or that land and get out stuff with that added feature, that doesn't really add much stuff to the server load. It's... I don't know. Furthermore, again, if it was something on the server, I would be seeing it too. So I think it's client-side. Because I can't think of any other thing.
Tank is up here close somewhere.
So I hear guns.
It's on our right flank.
I see that guy with the rocket launcher.
Got a range. Oh, he's working on it.
Ow. Well, that didn't last too long. Let's run him out. Otherwise, we're having a small breach again. I'll keep sending my infantry. I'm a little just... I don't know what to send in terms of reinforcements other than what I got, so I'm going to work with, you know, everything I have here, but otherwise... Send these guys in. There's the M113. Start firing. Downs Munson. Otherwise, he gets back up and it's firing on him again. Also down the new guy, which is the corporal. Sending these guys in.
This is Team 2, we're on objective.
On objective.
Surrender civilians.
Try to just spray some shots.
Hang on, Ollie. You're gonna be fine, pal.
Heard something big. That was the 113. That cook-off might have a range to take out the building. Knowing Arma 3's physics, but we'll have to see otherwise. So I'm going to send up a rifle team from the hills over here as well. Try to get them all zeroed on. We'll keep them as that. Keep them in the wedge formation. Alright, that didn't blow up the building. Otherwise, now we're just running into a bit of a CQB issue. Looks like Tosco tried to come out, got shot by the guy in the window. Lost her, sees that the glass is cracked, takes him down. Otherwise, they're going to continue to breach. I don't know why this guy set as a hostile, but I'm going to run him out. I guess he just dropped his gun on some form or the other. But I haven't set any of the civilians as enemy yet. Just going to run him out there. Yeah, but I have not seen a single rubber banding this entire time. So we'll talk about it in the debrief, but again, not much.
Alright, Team 2, get C4 planted on that comms equipment. Let's start fucking...
Not much I can really say about it.
This is Team 2, we copy your last. Currently pushed through a warehouse. We got...
So I'm assuming these guys I garrison to keep their position. I will shoot them and ungarrison. But yeah, normally when you start having like massive server issues and downgrades, you have to have like a shit ton of bodies within the AO, and honestly, there is not that.
3 is here, we're pushing up northeast now, over.
NSV just shot down Soto. This thing is meant to be a guard defense, and it looks like Drum just came around and murdered him. Alright, let's get the nice little puppy here. Send it into the AO with my honest regards. Keep the gunner forward as best we can so it doesn't look like he's clipping in the sandbags. Let's get in here.
Whichever team is on the outside of that 2-story, make sure you move in and clear that 2-story. There's still guys in these buildings.
I mean, that is correct. All I really can do is just keep Zeusing, and, you know, we'll talk about in debrief, but based on I've been doing stuff like this for quite a while, I've been on multiple different servers, and I try to build, like, I try to keep myself informed on these types of issues, but I think it's more so some sort of client-side networking problem.
This Team 2, we got a man down.
Can I give... Boko Haram will not have laser-guided bombs. And the 506 won't use them in Secret Squirrel because of, they only focus on the infantry side of things. Otherwise, Soto would be in a frickin' A10, probably bombing the shit out of my entire AO. But thank you so much for the $10 spot. I appreciate it. Worst nightmare! Oh, come on! Drive! Drive! Well, it had its use.
Status on that gun truck.
Oh, well, remoted and get killed by a 40 Mike. I don't know, Griff. People are,
Get engaged up slope.
a lot of people like the 506, myself included.
Roger.
See if we can send these factions to come in. Heck, some guys even on general patrol have started leaving and coming around.
We need to push south and then back through the docks and push towards the second compound. Did Team 2 get fucking C4 put on that comms equipment?
That's an affirm. Team 2 does have C4 on.
Alright. Disengage back the way we came in and push down slope.
So we get these off-roads coming in as well. I'll deplete more of my AO here.
Team 2 copies your last. Peeling out time now.
Let's send in some boat reinforcements. Where did that boat go? Just copy and pasted one back here.
3 has an RPG over.
There we go. Alright, put this puppy down. We'll do African militia, infantry, rifle squad. Put them in, delete that extra guy.
It's a fucking generator I was standing under over here.
Transport, unload.
Air conditioner, rather.
And then from there, the squad can come up to reinforce. AI global skill, put that down. But everything I've done on this server so far, custom compositions, seek and destroy waypoints, compound commands of setting guys to do one thing and then doing that to move them around. I've done all this before, so again, just some sort of client-side issue. There's still rubber. I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you, because...
3 push farther to the south. You're in Team 1's line of fire.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
I'll copy. Copy, we're moving.
First person, third person, my POV.
There's guys behind us where we came from.
I don't know. I
Team 3 engage
genuinely don't know.
Start pushing towards the docks.
Torso.
This is Team 2 currently dealing with 1 times heavily casual.
So that was Alvaria. I don't know what got Alvaria there, but I know the NSV and the turret were decrewed, so I guess he just ran into something bad. But they got the charges down on that puppy. Satellite, well, won't really be able to function without that equipment, so that'll be good. We have this other puppy coming in.
Another one?
Unload, and it'll... Honestly, they're probably all going to get killed on the beach by 40 Mike, but you can always dream. You can always dream they're going to at least make it to the forest. Maybe down a guy. Yeah, they're already unloading on it. It's already too late. Try to do it manually, he still gets killed. Now everyone on that boat is frickin' dead. Start deleting more bodies here.
Engage.
Otherwise, working with what I got. They're not checking the drone right now. I'm going to drop another squad of African militia. Have them swing around. Otherwise, the civs in here, they're going to stay put because the action isn't near them at this point. These guys, I'll have in a diamond formation. And then rifle squad, I will put one down here a bit. And also simulate that. And the whole reason I'm putting them down is they're simulating guys that are coming out of buildings and whatnot, getting organized.
Team 2 is
But I also like to put them in under trees or whatnot in case Drum quickly checks the drone. They're going to be very unlikely to be spotted. These guys having some issues, I'm going to send them up by themselves. Hopefully they'll figure it out. Some of them are already starting to move on their own because the squad lead's being retarded. Otherwise, so far, again, they're just staying put. I don't have a damn mortar to counter them. Otherwise, I assume you saw their Vic, right? Can we go take that, s'il vous plaît? I'd love to steal one of their prowlers and use it against them.
This is 3. Did you send traffic 1 over?
Or you'll get shot. Here, how about you? Go get it.
Yep, I said start bounding up, both teams. Towards and through the docks. We need to go through the docks to the south side. We spent too much time here.
This
Those
guy.
guys in the compound that were to our north are probably right up on us. So start pushing out. Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna bring in a BTR now from the north, see what we got here. African militia,
We're bounding up now if you want to keep it
armored, BTR 60.
Yeah, let's move.
include the crew. And if they still linger in for another 15 minutes, I will send in a BMP-2. Actually, I'll send in a T-55. Because I did say tanks, plural. Otherwise, I've got a few different timers going on in my head. Again, for the sake of them apparently rubber banding, a lot of those timers in my head are frozen. I'm just trying to balance this as much as I can. Trying to account for anything I could do to help fix their rubber banding issue. Here, we can delete all those well, fuck me. Delete all those as markers.
Alright, Team 2, left side of the road. Team 3, right side of the road. Keep moving up.
Otherwise, I pretty much have a straight shot now. I've got more units coming in. Let me ungarrison this group.
2 copies.
Load the demo on the first compound.
Send these guys over.
Semtex.
So they're about to cook this puppy off. This poor bastard's staying behind. He's about to get dead.
Are you out of range of your explosives?
Yeah, I think he's out of range now.
I might be. I might have to go back.
He'll have to back up a bit, because that was definitely a misfire. Otherwise, BTR is coming around as well. Again, 13 minutes now, I will send in that thing. Griff NATO has gone through quite a lot of Liru abuse. Don't you worry.
East, southeast. Trying to maneuver on our left flank. Front left flank.
Literally, click the trigger, and I get shot.
Team 1 pushing up on the rooftop.
Didn't even know where I was aiming it. I was just trying to fire it in a general direction. Looks like Munson has gone down. Corporal looks like he's trying to push Epi.
We got some kind of moving technical to our southeast.
Moving technical. Yeah, that's cute. No, you were doing fine. Go. Frickin' chicken.
We got a fucking BTR behind us, north, 351. Reese going after it.
He was doing so well, and then he decided to veer right. That was a miss. Did the guy just get out? You're my gunner.
That was a fucking miss.
My gunner just got out of the frickin' BTR. What the fuck? I got hit, but I'm still in the fight. Ow. Well, the gunner died right next to it, so... that's gonna cook me off. Bloody 40 frickin' Mike. I hear a pistol, and there I go. That, I can say with 95% certainty, was probably drum. Yeah, drum and brewer on the roof.
BTR that's cooking off. Both teams check in. 3's all good.
2's all good.
Alright, I'm gonna grab a truck. Give it some infantry. I'm gonna have it go around and try to hit him from the south. So how that's gonna work is put that puppy down, and then have these guys go down this main road And then from there, we'll dismount them and try to have them flank around and hit. Because we already have a lot of forces coming from the north on them and giving them a lot of pressure. Let's try to reinforce the south. See if we can box them in. Another timer just expired in my head. Let's get a boat down. Actually, do even better. Spawn advanced composition. Let's do one of our fun little Dishka boats. Perfect. Zeus, since they don't have that ace module that adds everything. 50, all, boop, awesome. And that's going to require a rifle squad. One guy's going to have to be broken off for himself. It's unfortunately the frickin' auto rifleman, but we don't get to judge. And then we're going to send this boat in.
This is 3. We're having half the team watch the north, half the other team watching the south. We're good at the moment to keep moving.
And we'll have this puppy beach itself.
Team 2, we're held up in an office building.
Boat's doing good.
Hostile vehicle. And we're holding
AI, global, put that down. Cars coming around as well. We'll try to keep them boxed in, but some are still trying to push in. They got a hostile off-road, and they're trying to use that to their advantage. Excellent. Got guys right here that are still garrisoned. I'm going to try to send them in, so let's see if the AI are being intelligent today.
Is that us shooting that big gun?
That's an A-firm.
Try to move these guys out. Or heck, better yet, let's ungroup them all.
Send it.
We can send them all in like that.
Rear until you come down, but you might want to come down now.
So otherwise, body
Make
patrol.
sure these guys behind us are down before we start moving again.
Copy that.
Do we have their prowler yet? Okay, you have it by now.
Team 3,
Stop.
be advised, you got some guys moving up. They got a ton of guys off to their east.
Great copies.
Actually, better yet. Finally, that other frickin' off-road's moving. Get this group out. Send them in. Explosive goes off because it's a vehicle, so Oliveira is down yet again.
User disconnected from your channel.
Still on body duty here, trying to delete what they don't need. Perfect. Those guys on the hills we don't need, but otherwise they're still coming in. So, squad's been deployed, trying to send them in from the south. Send in the SDV. Not yet. So this guy, he's being a bit slow because he just got off of that waypoint, so otherwise he's just going to do a slow crawl. Well, what happened? I wanted you to flank and then go in so you can avoid that dock because the AI aren't really smart about that. But that change in movement order, he's going to be able to start moving in. Looks like we got Ollie and Soto going in. And that is the other core turret right here trying to fire on that group's position. Marvelous. Another 6 minutes or so until I send in that T-55.
Another boat in the water to the east, south, over.
Alright, just run in.
Be advised, we're taking a 50 cal truck over to the seaside.
So Munson got up there. He's going to take the full... That machine gun managed to fire a burst and get Aldridge as he traded. Otherwise, I'm hearing that 50 go off again. And that would be Loster. I think he's firing at that empty boat.
Copy that one. You got guys behind you up the road.
Here, we'll give it to him. There is nothing I can really do about that. Otherwise, last man standing. Try to have him flank around. How, what is he firing at?
Try to not destroy the boat if you don't have to. We might need it to get the fuck out of here.
What the heck is he firing at? Possibly the empty Vix or something, I don't know. Otherwise, that Prowler, I have no idea where she went. Ah, there she is, alright. Is it? Or is that just the blue off-road? No, that's the Prowler. Cool. Otherwise, we'll have these two assets come in. And I'm just kind of trying to stall to get my tank in. Otherwise, looks like they're securing that boat. And I still have units coming in. So again, body clearing. Otherwise, all seems quiet, because, again, can't send my full Wrath in, because they're already apparently desyncing. That's fine. I've got a new idea. Alright. We're going to take our best...
Both teams check in.
This team 2 will...
bravest soldiers.
Three's all good.
Keep pushing south to the end of the dock complex.
That's all we can do? Alright. AI skill. Let's do it. We all got PKMs. It's a machine gunner car. Everyone's locked and loaded. We got this nice little blue 4 Vic. I just ran over a friend because this thing has some pretty weird controls, but hey, that has made everyone go guns up.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
We're jousting.
This team 2 got a technical flying towards you.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Woo! Was looking for that chapter. Why the fur did you just get out? Hey! No, no, bad! Stay. What are you doing? What? Get the fuck back in the car. You evil, insolent... Stop it. Stop it.
Let's go. Keep pushing fucking south. Those guys that were in that fucking truck full of guys.
Get your asses back in the car. Get your asses back in the motherfucking car. The hell is wrong with you? Stop getting out of the motherfucking car. I gotta lock it. Someone remind me if I don't unlock it later, but otherwise these idiots are gonna just frickin' keep your ass in there.
That 50 pointed backwards towards where that truck went.
Come on. 2 for 2.
Alright. Our next objective
Ignore that.
compound is this compound right here to our east. Push straight up.
Toro, Toro, Toro.
Fuck, they got one of our vehicles.
Oh shit! Well, there goes that idea.
There's a couple.
That didn't last too long. But hey, at least they have one of their Vics back for extracts. That was either Drum or Brewer putting a 40 mic on me to end my shit. That was good. So let's get everything we have remaining in this AO. And send it in on them. We'll also start deleting bodies here. Keeping boats there because they might want to use them. Otherwise, I'm trying to leave the Vics. Let's put in that T-55.
2 copies.
Alright. Armed cars, armor,
Check that
T-55A.
Vic. Is that our Vic? Check that Vic, see if it's still functional.
That is their Vic, because I do like stealing Vics. I think they just had an issue with it.
That's a negative.
Well, Arma physics strikes again, but they've got an off-road, which is a 3-seater in this truck, so they can use those to extract if they wish. but we have that tank coming in, so...
Did you guys destroy that boat that was on the fucking beach?
Negative.
They might go down to the boat instead of cutting back through this AO. Otherwise, they just gotta demo this. I'm trying to task in everything I have within this AO, but they have pretty much no resistance. They took out that cord gunner. The only thing we have left to rely on is that T-55.
Dead on the dish.
Did they manage to cook off that other charge? Nope, so they're basically saving it for last. Otherwise, they are out of range, and they've got the other charge down, though. So they're moving in. I'm going to ungarrison all of these AI and have them try to run. But to do that, we need to go here, and then boop.
Team 3, where the fuck are you going?
We're just holding at the end of the roadway here.
So get these guys out, set them to careless, set them to
We
full.
need to fucking find a way out. I say again, did you guys destroy that boat that pushed up on us?
Negative. One boat is still, should still be active over.
Now, if there were a lot more infantry running around this, having them all individually run like this would cause some pretty big server issues, but, I mean... Yeah, it's having it dip down to 30-ish, but this is just to, you know, have them run away. And for them to see that.
Advise, our debt at the first site didn't go off.
So otherwise, for the ones already running, I can delete those, but to the ones that they still see,
back far enough to make sure you can debt
have
the
be
first
running.
objective break.
T-55 still coming in. So that's kind of our last Hail Mary thing they've got to deal with.
Team 3, push down to the dock, see if you can find us a working boat or two. I don't know if all 10 of us will fit in one boat. Make sure you blow the demo before you get out of range.
Great copies.
Send these guys in. Again, bit of infantry to come in, deal with their
Team 2,
toes.
you are moving back to blow your demo. Team 3, you are moving to the docks to find a boat.
But this, I mean, the axle's still... Sorry, but hey, you know, gravity, also a great thing. You get your butt glued to the seat. That's why you don't fall out. So civs have run out by now. We can get these puppies deleted. Yep. And other than that, we are just waiting. Will they be able to det both and get in a boat and run out? Will the tank get here? The infantry will probably get here and start harassing, but my guess is they're going to demo this, go to demo that one, run into the tank, run into the infantry, and then fall back. Their charge could be technically disarmed. I didn't think about that. Let me see what I can do here. I mean, this place is clearly recaptured.
Alright, blow the demo on objective 2.
I'm gonna need engineer.
You.
Semtex.
Fur. Alright, we're gonna have to call in engineer team from outside the AO to come in. African militia, infantry.
One, do you want to get in here and get the fuck out?
Support squad doesn't have it. I'm gonna have to add in.
No, I want 2 to go and blow their demo, and I want you to move and find a
demo
boat.
on 2 and 1.
Did they? I didn't hear it yet. But yeah, that's something I missed. I should have disarmed the charge because we definitely recaptured that spot. Yeah, but it's hosed now, so no point. Tank! What are you doing? Get down there. You're needed. Oh, you glitched yourself out.
A town full of guys with rifles if we can find a boat. Push out in the water.
Please stop screwing yourself here. Just use the damn roads for once. Or, okay, you're just gonna do that. How about we just quickly change your pathing? Or that. Or you can be retarded. That's cool too. Getting on my nerves. The German army marched. Come on, buddy.
Boat should be good. that truck to push it in though, so I'm grabbing that.
Negative. Do not push that shit in with a fucking truck.
Just kidding, boat's good.
Everyone try to mount up in the boat. I don't know if we'll all fit.
Team 2 copies.
The boat plus the Dishka turret should be able to fit 9 people. 8 in the boat, 1 in the Dishka. Otherwise, they're extracting times now. I want to try to get this tank down there so they can get audio on it before they leave, because if it's after, this boat could just snipe it.
Let me know when your team is mounted up.
But unless I see them down there... I wouldn't know that they're leaving by boat. Right now I'm just being an audio threat.
It's to our east-southeast.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
This guy's gonna turn out, talk to this guy. Do you know where they went? Yeah, you went past them, you fucking retard. Just gonna turn around. Now we gotta infer, okay, if they didn't drive past us, then they gotta be somewhere on the water. So now I have a reason. Woo! Okay.
Yep. Tank is in the compound, tank is in the compound.
Ow. We're dodging Mars tonight. The German army Mars.
Dismounted to the water. Yeah, it looks pretty well fucked.
Good old-fashioned spray.
Need your help over here.
Last mag.
So I dropped Loster with that. I wasn't trying to hit him. I just, you know, give it a spray, and if it hits, it hits. Otherwise, oh well. That machine gunner got dropped. Thought Munson was dropping it, but no, somebody else. And that's the last threat I got. Otherwise, I just have infantry coming in. So, GG. Good old GG.
Team 2, keep 2 guys on the boat.
Both stations destroyed.
This is Team 2, we are.
Oliveira is staying on the boat.
Alright, everyone get back to the boat.
Otherwise, I think I have time to sneak in one more squad of infantry by boat.
Still don't know if that thing's gonna be able to hold all of us. Moving this enemy Vic.
It's 10:48, so this will definitely be the last thing I send in. But how many people is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, plus the 1 turret, 9. They're gonna be 1 short since everyone is still on. But hey, we're delivering another boat, so technically it's okay. My opinion, that's what a good Zeus does. If they do need something, we're trying to wrap something up. Don't give it to them, but give them the opportunity.
There's another boat further. I think that's... I don't know what direction that is. 12 o'clock at the Vic. There's that other boat that pulled up. We might be able to get that if we can't all fit in this one.
Yeah, so 9 total. They've got Oliveria.
Take Team 2 to go and check it out.
Push up to it.
Why is someone's watching? Well, then again, from that it's not going to be able to be seen, but they're going to push in anyway. I will put down another rifle squad to go, you know, be harassers as always, but otherwise it should be alright. We'll put them in a staggered column. then AI. What am I doing? Global AI skill. Oh, this should be good. We're gonna try to hunt them down. Here, I'll drive this one manually. Alright, boat on boat. All my guys right here are armed to the teeth. Let's do it. Yeah, they use basic for ace medical.
Breeze bringing the boat up to the coast.
Same thing with the Prowler. We're gonna try to do drive-bys. Oh shit, they have a technical. Let's do it. Rear gunners open fire. Oh shit, well. Tries to give them boat off-road, blows up my boat. Alright, that one's in good shape though. That's why I called the off-road out, because that thing can just chew me up.
The boat near to 3 sounds good, over.
Hey, firm, 2's moving on.
That's what I was worried about. Otherwise, we hear some AI giving pot shots, but let's just watch them go out here. There should be some ace feature that lets you push the thing in like that, yeah.
Let's go get that fucking boat in the water.
He's getting it. He's getting it. There he goes.
2 boats usable.
Alright, everyone get mounted up. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh, shit. Ow. Ow. We don't want that.
We're all mounted. Keep 2, we're all mounted.
Breeze all mounted.
Just blew up that off-road. Getting some last licks in, because why not? This boat's now sinking. Once again, another good op, and they're extracting by boat. So Munson on that gun, he's trying to get those infantry.
Bring that other boat over here.
Civilian kills. They can't get in because someone in here, whoever was using that mortar, that blew that up, so it was Soto.
Alright, get in this one.
So if we were to look into this boat right now, and now we're to find Soto, he is in that boat, yep. Soto's the guy that used the mortar on that Vic, and it killed that, but it also killed 2 civilians, and that's why they couldn't get in the boat with him.
Who's driving?
But you can't get into Vics where there's either team killers or people that kill civilians, because then the faction sees you as a hostile target. But anyway, that's that. Yeah, both compounds were bombed. Just to clarify, this is blown to hell. If you notice, the freaking table's gone, the laptop's gone. These float because they're assholes. Laptop shown is blown up. And then this is also blown up. So they basically got back to range and destroyed it. That's one Vic out. They're basically exchanging some pot shots with these guys, and I'm ready to call it mission complete. Just wait till that second Vic gets a little more over here, and then we'll call it. So, yeah, that was good. I'm going to leave the stream on for a little bit, because you're going to hear my ass get chewed for an issue.
Straight across to the east. I don't know why the fuck you just drove that boat south of the objective town that we just went through. Straight across, east, east, east. Come on.
Team 2 copies, heading straight east.
Because I was thinking, if they're going to cut through like that, I might as hell just spawn in some random African militia to shoot at them. Yeah, otherwise it looks like they're now breaking east. Because if they were going to snake around, I could have some, simple AK guys for them to shoot at, and they could snake around. But that's also risky, because if your boat gets blown up, then you're... Wow, that was pathetic. There we go. Now we can end it. When's the next Bloodwing stream? I've got no idea.
Good job.
Drum's saying good job at the end. That's good. Alright. So I just want to say, I was getting people telling me, saying you guys were having rubber banding issues. I did not see any of that from my POV, both on the ground next to you and from the Zeus interface, but I did everything I can to mitigate it as best I could.
Did you manually change all of those guys' uniform to civilian clothing?
No. It is a...
So that is an armed faction?
That is a preset faction within the African militia with an independent called Armed Civilians.
I don't know what else it could have been then.
I was buggy as shit if that's what it was. Holy shit.
But I mean, like, the other things that were pointed out, I've used ambient animations with you guys before, there were no issues. I've used custom compositions before, no issues. I have no idea what was wrong.
Those guys were changing uniforms once they got shot. When they would die, they would flip into a different uniform, so I can almost guarantee you that's what the problem was.
Okay.
And then they would just hang there.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Usually I find problems like that are related to just Tosco being around.
Definitely.
Probably.
Usually.
Yeah, kid, we need to work on your fucking shit-talkery skills, because I'm pretty sure my 10-year-old nephew makes you sound like a little bitch when he's talking shit to somebody.
It's all improv, right? I'm not good at improv.
Sound.
Alright, so I guess it was something with the units we were using, but if they're glitched out, then it's same thing like Islamic State infantry, where you just don't touch it unless you absolutely have to. So I guess that's what was causing the latency issue. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Take care.